I highly doubt if he's making that much money in 7 months. He has some kind of strategy that's allowing him to make that kind of money. Because I know a lot of people who are in real estate and they're not making that kind of money in 7 months. You know what I'm saying? So he has some kind of strategy. So that's why it just plays into everything that we're talking about today. So appreciate that, Mike. All right. So number 3, is there any other questions? That's good.
I think the one thing, this is where I struggle in, because where I work, I have to multitask. I don't have an option. So all day I'm moving from project to project. So that's kind of how I've done my, personal life as well. So when you have, like he said, the big picture and all these things, are you saying focus on one thing for a particular time period, or just all out forever? You know what I'm saying?
Well, nothing is forever, right? So like, people, if you're in any career or any business, is nothing. Many things in life are projects. So a specific definition for a project is, basically you're doing, a set of, activity, or you have, basically doing set activity with a specific end date. That's really what it is.
Okay.
So a project has an end date. So don't always think about this is just forever. This is just one thing at this. So it could have multiple meanings. One thing at one particular moment in time, or your one thing is, let's say if you're a manager and you have a bunch of different things that you need to accomplish. Well, your one thing might just be to manage your supervisors. Or your one thing might be to, just figure out what's the most important thing that you need to do. If you're a manager, that's understandable because you got other things that you need to accomplish. But your one goal might be just to empower them to do their job better. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, like, okay, I'll say personally, and so for Toastmasters, one of my goals in Toastmasters is to be an accredited speaker. Now I know what I have to do for that, but also on the other side, I'm producing TV shows. You see what I'm saying? So would my one thing, the accredited speaker is going to take me some time to do. So can you have, I don't want to say 2 one things because that's more than one thing, but you see what I'm saying? I have a project here and I have a project here. I have to work on them kind of simultaneously.
Are they leading you to the same thing, or are they 2 completely different things? Are they leading you to the same goal?
Yes, it would lead me to the same goal.
Okay, so then what's that one goal that is leading you to?
Leaving my job.
Okay. And doing what? Okay, that's good. Okay. But in doing what?
As far as
leaving your job to do
basically what I do for my job. I work in television. To do what I do for my job, but just do it for me. So I am working on producing a show outside, but then for the accredited speaker, I also see myself doing public speaking to kind of go along with what I do for television.
Right.
So it's the same goal. It'll lead me to the same goal. It's just, if I just focus on accredited speaker, then I leave all the TV stuff on the table. If I just focus on the TV, then the accredited speaker kind of.
Think about it as the one goal that whatever that one goal is that you want to accomplish. You want to become an accredited speaker and you're doing TV, that's great because that's going to give you credibility in regards to your speaking. You'll get way more speaking gigs because people know you from TV than just randomly. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a lot into what Mike was saying. When people see you, when people see you with celebrities, right? They might see you with Diddy, or they see you on private jets and planes and stuff like that. That might not be the way for everybody to get credibility, but when people see that, that's going to give you a certain amount of credibility. Like, wow, what are they doing? Okay, well, let me attend her event. Let me see what she has. She's speaking. Oh, let me show up to speaking. Like just a lot of the things like I put on my social media. Like, I've met Malik Yoba. I've been on TV. I've been on morning shows before. I've been on radio before. And not only do I do that stuff, there's a reason why I put it on social media. The reason I do that is because people will they'll be able to see you. It'll just give you more credibility and more authority. It's like it unlocks something in people's mind that says, you know what? Wow, I have to listen to them. I have to see what they're doing. I have to follow them. So that's sort of more of the psychology behind it. You have to. It just unlocks things in people's mind. You know what the reason why almost every book has quotations on the back of it? What do you think? Like, if you ever picked up a book, it always has like testimonials and stuff. You know why they do that?
To give credence to their
Credibility, yeah, credibility and credence. A lot of the time is people that you know, but even if it's somebody that you don't know, if you look at the title, it might be, the president of this business, the CEO of that business. And they do that because like, oh, he or she must know what they're talking about. It could be, it could be the president of a little local small bank. Nobody doesn't know. You see the president of something, that automatically gives you credibility. So that's going to help you in your speaking career.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to speed up a little bit, but this is the last one, and then we're gonna take a break. It's the last one for this module. We're gonna take a break. Okay. All right. So number 3 is time squeeze. Time squeeze. Time squeeze. And I made these names specific because I want y'all to remember these, because you're not always gonna walk around with these papers. So I want you to remember these specific things. Okay. So time squeeze. What is time squeeze? So time squeeze means that you want to be able to save as much time as possible, right? It deals with time management, but it's you having the ability to, the things that would normally take a lot of time is you find the ways to leverage other people. You find the ways to leverage tools or things in order to save more time, so you could put more time towards things that matter to you. Whether it's freedom and enjoying your life in certain areas, or whether you want to take that extra time that you have and put it towards things that are more of a priority that's going to make you money, right? So for time squeeze, everybody heard time is money. You know who came up with that? Time is money? Benjamin Franklin. So now you know. That's Benjamin Franklin's quote. Time is money. And the reason time is money is because if you talking to a billionaire, how much they make. And if you break it down, I forgot how much they make an hour, but it's like something crazy. It might be something like, I don't know, 7,000. It's between it's probably maybe close to like 10,000 or something like that, but like an hour. So if they think about this, so if you break that down, like let's just say it was 10,000. I feel like I'm off a little bit, but let's just say it was 10,000 an hour, right? Matter of fact, let's just make it easy. Let's say it was 6,000 an hour that they made, right? So how much, if it's 6,000 an hour, how much money do they make per minute?
$600.
$600, right? So that's $600 per minute. How much do they make in a second?
$60.
$60 a second, right? That means if they dropped a $50 bill, wouldn't it be worth picking it up? Do you get what I'm saying? Because time is money. So, so you have to sort of think about, okay, well, what is my time worth? So for me, but Benjamin Franklin, this was a little while ago, right? But Benjamin Franklin is, for today, in today's society, what I'm going to say is time is actually more important than money, right? So today is more important than money, and I'm going to prove that to you. Why time is more important than money, right? And the reason time is more important than money, one, because we all know that you can never get your time back, but you always make more money, right?
Right.
So today we have so many things. We have so many things that's taking our attention. We have social media, emails, texts, FaceTime. You got people calling you. You got every people knocking on your door. So you have so many people that's coming in that's interrupting you. Time is more important because if you're in a place where you trying to, your time is worth, I want everybody to calculate this. Calculate how much money you want to make in 2018, right? Because we're getting ready. That's why it's an important time right now even to have this, because I want you to calculate how much money you want to make per hour, actually for the year. I want to calculate how much money you want to make for the year next year, right? Mm-hmm. In income and profit. And then I want you to break it down to how much your hours are. How much do you have to, so it might be, you want to make $100,000 next year. That averages out maybe to around $45 an hour. So that means if you spend an hour on YouTube, or if you spend an hour, just playing around, then you potentially losing $45. I want everybody to think about it like this. Think about this. You already have, if somebody said, okay, in January I'm giving everybody here $100,000, right? And I want you to calculate how much your time is worth, $100,000, and every time you waste an hour, I'm taking $45 away. every hour that you waste in 2018, I'm taking 45,000 away. Some people would get to the end of the year and be like, what? 26,000? I had 100,000 in January. How am 26,000 right now? Well, because you've been wasting your time. You've been spending a lot of time on things that's not producing the type of money that you need to make. You get what I'm saying? You're not doing things that are significant. So, time squeeze. That means you're saving money, right? So, one of the things. So, it's funny, and I'm sure Mike probably seen this. So not last year. I'm gonna say 2015. Diddy came out with a rant, right? And it was just like a small little rant, and it was he did it on his Snapchat, but he posted it and it went viral. And he talked about he woke up. It was January, and he said, listen, world. He said, this is a new year. It's 2015, baby. He said, I ain't leaving nothing on the table. He said, this year, I want to, he said, this year, I want to, he said, this year, I don't want anybody, he said, he was looking at somebody. He said, somebody was looking at his Snapchat, and he said, Diddy, leave some money for the rest of us this year. He said, leave some for the rest of us. He said, listen, I'm not leaving nothing. He said, you don't hustle, you don't eat. You don't hustle, you don't eat. He said, you get out here and you make it happen. He said, I'm out here on Snapchat every day, on Instagram. I'm trying to give that a blueprint to get it, and y'all not doing nothing with it. And every time, and I love to listen to that. Every so often I just go back to it and I listen to it, and I love hearing it because it just goes to show what he's saying in between the lines is that we gotta get it. Stop wasting time. Like, get more things done. He said, I'm giving y'all the blueprint to get it. So, time squeeze. Now, one of the things that Bruce Lee, I like Bruce Lee. I had an uncle growing up, and he used to always watch Bruce Lee flicks, right? And one of the things that he said was, if you don't love life, don't waste time. For time is what life is made up of.